Luka absolutely carves up the Mavs in his return to Dallas, and he really did play an incredible game. 31 points in the first half, balled out. You saw in the beginning there was a tribute. He was emotional in that point, came through with an incredible 40-plus point game where he was lights out tonight. He played an incredible effort, and in doing so, the Lakers have clinched at the very least a top 6 seed. They have a playoff berth. Don't have to worry about that play-in that they've had to deal with the previous couple of years. Sigh of relief for them. And they only got to win. The way that the wins have lined up and the tiebreakers, they only have to win one more game, and they'll be the 3 seed. And that's a great spot for this Lakers team to be at this point. And I really think that if he's playing this well, LeBron's playing this well. Austin Reeves didn't have his best game tonight, but you have to assume he plays pretty well in the playoffs. You have to assume that they're going to be pretty good. So I like their chances, obviously, but it's a big day for them being able to clinch that playoff berth and him being able to have a big game against his former team. You could see it in the crowd at Dallas. You could see that they were just rooting for him. They were pulling for him. They wanted Luka to have a big game there when he made the first couple of threes. They were cheering for him, which is something you rarely see. It puts you in a weird spot because, yeah, if I was a Mavs fan, I think I'd still follow Luka at this point. It's ridiculous that they traded him in his prime. You knew he was going to burn you like this. You knew he was going to burn you like this, and he has done it. He is going to continue to do it, and it just adds even more weight building right in front of them, right in front of Nico Harrison, right in front of them. They do it to their face, and he scores 40-plus points in this game and just really sends a message saying, hey, you shouldn't have gotten rid of me. And the worst part about it is he didn't even want to leave. But going back to the Lakers and what their chances are at this point, I like their odds. I think they match up really good against OKC. I think Denver is out of the championship debate because of the turmoil with them firing Mike Malone for some reason, which is such a weird. I should have made a video just about that, how odd that is for the Nuggets to get rid of their head coach when they're in position to be a top 4 seed going into the playoffs. Like the playoffs start in a week. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But I think you look at it, and there's not a lot of teams in the West that I think can take down this Lakers squad in a 4-game series. You got to factor the experience they had. But tonight was a showcase. Luka couldn't miss from 3. Some of the shots he was hitting was ridiculous. I think the highlight play was when he got his 40th point, goes into the lane. Everybody thinks he's passing the ball out of that, flips up a crazy shot. I mean, he just balled tonight. He just absolutely balled. If he continues to do this, he looks like he's getting back into form. I said it when they first added him on. I said it's going to take some time for him to get back into the rhythm, and he's done it. This Lakers team is going to have to score a lot of points, though. We know that because you saw against the Mavs, the Lakers are a small team. They are going to need to score a lot from the perimeter, but they can drive inside too. You have really versatile drivers in LeBron and Luka. They actually play really similar games. When I watch Luka, it does remind me of a young LeBron a little bit, being able to get the lane and find a way to get in there and kick it out to some of those guys. So I think the sky's the limit at this point for this Lakers squad. Sky's the limit for what they can do. I'm glad Luka had this because I think the first game that they played when it was in LA, when he played against the Mavs, he still had a tremendous game. I believe he had a triple-double. If not, he was like one shy of it, but he only scored like 19, maybe 20-some points in that game. This was the statement. This was the statement to them, to that organization saying, hey, if you're going to trade me, I'm going to bust you, and I'm going to give you 40. And that's what he did, and I'm glad he did it. It's something off his shoulders. Now he doesn't have to worry about that organization anymore. Now it's all, let's focus on the title. Lakers, obviously, they got 2 games left in the season. They got to play Houston, and then they'll wrap it up against the terrible Portland Trailblazers. So I'm pretty confident that they can at least split that. They only got to win one more game, as I said earlier, to clinch the 3 seed, which is a really good spot. If they're not able to do it against Houston, they're surely going to be able, in a game that they're going to have to win if they don't beat Houston, they're surely going to get it against Portland. So I like their odds. I like where they're trending. They look like they're playing some of their better ball. As I said, going into the playoffs, I think that they match up really well against the Thunder. So that's something that they wouldn't have to, as it sets up now, if they're able to get the 3 seed, they wouldn't even have to worry about playing the Thunder till the conference finals. So you would have time. And there's a potential shot if Denver finishes at 4 or 5, they're not even going to have to worry about playing Denver till the Western, if it is Denver. And I think that they're going to struggle because of the loss of Mike Malone. They wouldn't have to play them to the Western Conference Finals either. So you're looking at a draw where obviously the best possible draw would be to like play Memphis first or to play Minnesota first. And then after that, play Houston. The second round matchup most likely would be Houston. Houston, a young team, doesn't really have, they just seem like a young team. They seem like Oklahoma City about a year ago, where they're not in a position to get through the West to beat a Lakers team like this. So I'm liking their chances, but just going back to it, to rephrase it, Luka Doncic scores 40-plus points in a game, an emotional game in Dallas, one that the Lakers really had to have. They had to have this game. They just got to win one more. They got to win one of 2, and they'll lock up the 3 seed, clinch a playoff berth. I like where this is going. It's going to get good. We're about a week away, week and a half away. I don't know how long the play-in lasts. We are very close to this playoffs going in. So make sure I'm going to be covering the Lakers throughout their playoff run as I did last year. And obviously it was a shorter run last year, but as I did 2 years ago as well when they went to the Western Conference Finals. I'm really excited. Really, really, really hoping this team can get to the finals. This team can get to a championship and LeBron can get his 5th title. How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be if they did it? I was thinking for a long time potentially that this Lakers team was about a year away. They needed time to fill out, get bigger. That Alex Len addition has been terrible. What a mistake. But I'm liking their position right now. Luka's firing on all cylinders. Remember, he raises his level of play going into the postseason. We all know about what LeBron does. Austin Reeves plays well in the playoffs. Even Rui Vanderbilt was really good in that run 2 years ago to the Western Conference Finals defensively. I'm liking the shot. Like, comment, subscribe. Be back for more content.